talk nicely to them and try and get them to come closer.
I hate Freud because I think he's telling the truth. I don't need to be told I'm an animal trapped in a booth. That's a metaphor for a much lazier writer. In real life I'd get my ass kicked, but never in Street Fighter. Rap's a big pool, where's the deep end? I'll just wade in, disappear into the underground like a cone-headed Raiden. Host lectures off tempo, a monotone laden maven who's raving he's about to go Super Saiyan. Son Goku scribed overly wordy haikus about how I'd rather run instead of fight you. You betcha I'm Ash Ketchum with no Raichu. I kill him with kindness, just to spite you. I have no enemies, just people who aren't my friends yet. And when they are, I'll borrow monies and never repay the debt. On the freeway you passed me in a bright yellow Corvette, and I was peddling a whirly-bird invention that I stole from some bloke at the Ugly Nerd Convention in Lowell. It's the return of the king, the third lord of the... I don't have a hip-hop career, I have a hobby, which leaves me unloved like a younger brother Bobby. I'm gathered round den mothers in a knitting group. As a vegetarian at the potlucks, I can only eat the soup. I'm a crummy musician, not a conjurer of cheap tricks. I can't purchase a quirky beat at Joann's Fabrics. I'll never be commonplace with these slow dance mavericks. I could have been a lounge singer in a themed sports bar, perused my Pokédex to find it. Wasn't in my cards. I'm beginning to find satisfaction with Futurama repeats. Open folder my life, program file dignity, delete. This is for my cats obligatorily finishing undergrad to be the perfect sons for their wonder dads. I'm no German wonderkin, I'm a brown kid with a healthy distrust of Republicans. My stomach warns me when trouble is a-bubbling.
They're sort of animal language, really.
This is for my brothers slaying mental balrogs, and my sisters who have to deal with proverbial ball hogs. This is for my brothers slaying mental balrogs, and my sisters who have to deal with proverbial ball hogs. This is for my brothers slaying mental balrogs, and my sisters who have to deal with proverbial ball hogs. Spelling friends with quotation marks makes you look like an asshole. I'm half man, half rapper, half tadpole. It depresses me I can use Google Maps to find your house. I swear to goodness the internet takes all the adventure out. Hi, it's your favorite spoken word deacon. I very well could have been one of the last of the Mohicans. The dude you never invited to your parties on the weekends, who your favorite blogger nominated for loquacious public speaking. If a telephone is smart, then I no longer wanna be. Struggling to find a way to hold on to what's right in front of me. Hanging dusty hammocks in the attic to escape the racket. Retreating into my mind to forget this straitjacket. I wonder if these other rappers spend too much time on Ass Hub. I wish I was a merman so I could fall asleep in the bathtub. And I would never drown. And I would never drown. I wonder if these other rappers spend too much time on Ass Hub. I wish I was a merman so I could fall asleep in the bathtub. And I would never drown. And I would never drown. I don't know anything about nothing, which is why I'm master of everything. This is what you fail to see, a filthy mirage is simple. I'll sit under a fig tree while you worry about Nicki Minaj's nipples, basking in my irrelevance, simply for the hell of it. I've got these ugly hands, so it's impossible to give back rubs. Since Rob passed, it's hard not to be scared of flash floods. I wonder if these other rappers spend too much time on Ass Hub. I wish I was a merman so I could fall asleep in the bathtub. And I would never drown. And I would never drown. I wonder if these other rappers spend too much time on Ass Hub. I wish I was a merman so I could fall asleep in the bathtub. And I would never drown. And I would never drown. I'm far from the heroism of Christopher McCandless, merely a young man taking these visions for granted. A notebook operates as a lined paper flask. Take a swig and then you pass, writing rhymes during class. Maybe we should have given Milton his stapler back. These Wisconsin winters promulgate shivers to my pelvis at a drive-in diner. And I'm listening to Elvis, holding palaver with Andy and wishing we were elvish. I'm sorry I'm so selfish. I'm sorry I'm so selfish. I wonder if these other rappers spend too much time on Ass Hub. I wish I was a merman so I could fall asleep in the bathtub. And I would never drown. And I would never drown. I wonder if these other rappers spend too much time on Ass Hub. I wish I was a merman so I could fall asleep in the bathtub. Opportunity's knock was really just the pizza man. I have the unactualized potential of 7 human beings trapped in this frail frame with ashy knees. I roll this desecrated corpse out of bed with the strength of Hercules. Brewing a cup of coffee is no small fucking feat. Matter of fact, neither is shuffling my feet. I'm prone to mumbling cause my mind is a rock garden that you've stumbled in. At them we thumb our noses upwards, and I swear to God I'd give my life for one of my brothers. You can be Donnie Darko, I'm more like Donnie Brasco. I'll always be poor, that way I keep the taxes low. I'm an imposter, this genre isn't correct. I just wanted to be the next Inspector Deck. I think I'm really alive, and well, that's really good enough for me. I used to waste prayers so other rap guys would like my songs, and I read the Tao Te Ching and realized I was completely wrong. I guess it could be either or, like Kierkegaard. I swear I hate these rappers as much as Tipper Gore. Even so, I should build a better rapport. If all else fails, I'll open a bodega or corner store. Honey buns is 10 cents, barrel juices for a nickel. My father taught me how to get myself out of a pickle. I got a dream where I drink milk from glass bottles, and I don't own a car or anything with a throttle. I'm picking gigantic apples with Robin Pecknold, and even when the deck is stacked, I'll never fold. I'm pensive, yes, and at my dreamiest. If you couldn't tell, I don't drink, but I've been reading Boethius. My homies are Boy Scouts who give directions with a compass rose. I'm a hornball who will probably hump your nose. I'm a slave to all my insecurities. I'm the tragic hero in a play by Euripides. Every single one of my heroes has let me down, but I guess that's how a young man gets his feet off the ground. Bookier my Vanna gets, I'll probably have a hissy fit. A rocket scientist whose day job is picking nits. I'm sort of like the Alton Brown of this shit. I wish hospital gift stores sold hugs. I live decadently with thrifted Persian rugs. Sitting in one place meditating for eons is how I managed to feel so great surrounded by peons. I don't mean to get so egotistical, fumbling with the words to this old Negro spiritual. I live in Wisconsin and I've never met Justin Vernon. Should I ban this life to be a bustling herdsman? I flirted with girls who only spoke Farsi. I feel at home in a cabin on Lake Escatarzi. I cry every time I watch The Shawshank Redemption. I'm not angry with Young Money, Cash Money billionaires, but when these walls fall down I know he'll be ill prepared. Opportunity's knock was really just the pizza man. I've cried in my room on the nights my girlfriend wouldn't show me nude. I've cried in my room on the nights my girlfriend wouldn't show me nude. I've cried in my room on the nights my girlfriend wouldn't show me nude. I've cried in my room. You wouldn't show me nudes. No. Now I've got the homie blues. I know I'm just your e-boyfriend, but surely we could pretend that I'm there undressing you. Through this Skype digital camera, Lady Bird, lock the doors and seal the parameter. Cause I'll be at my computer desk, a private show with only one viewer, checked. I'm grinning, watching you with 4 eyes, wishing you were showing just a little more thigh. And I won't tattle back to those cats on the message boards, that would only flag a private message war. You mind if I put this in my signature and convert it into an ASCII art type picture? One of them with all those funky little symbols that edits out your unflattering pimples.
Shining a light of beauty in the universe.
Baby girl, you type so aggressively, but your breast size has impressed me. Have you ever played Diablo 3? Cause you could join my guild and of course you'd ride for free.
Love.
You should follow me on Twitter and I'll buy you that expansion. I'm getting paid as a babysitter. We could host an in-game picnic. Come closer to the screen so you could kiss this. Certainly this is safe sex. We don't have a need for no Dr. Lipschitz. I've never pressed a tape to a laser disc, but I still managed to make Nerdcore Now's list. You may have seen me on the needle drop, but that's where my ego stops. I'm trying to get to know the real you, so tell me, what's the screen name reference? Do you have a particular font preference? I am the lonely projected dream of a teenage girl who watches Daria and fiends for a brave new world. My entire life is caught in the span of her naps, and I'm cursed to convey these thoughts over booms and baps. A persistent delusion is better than your reality. If I conjured it myself, then I'll graciously accept a fallacy. My girlfriend wouldn't show me nudes. I've cried in my room on the nights my girlfriend wouldn't show me nudes. I've cried in my room on the nights my girlfriend wouldn't show me nudes. I've cried in my room. Wouldn't even think about it now. Wouldn't even entertain the notion now. Wouldn't even think about it now. Wouldn't even entertain the notion now. When I meet the man up top, I will bargain for nothing and I will accept my lot among those who are suffering. When I meet the man up top, I will bargain for nothing and I will accept my lot among those who are suffering. When I meet the man up top, I will bargain for nothing and I will accept my lot among those who are suffering. When I meet the man up top, I will bargain for nothing and I will accept my lot among those who are suffering. Yesterday my car died and with it my dignity, so I can bear all like a Greek sculpture sans fig leaf. If I were to cover up, I assure you it'd be a big wreath. I burn Nag Champa, but I've never hit the peace pipe. I've been far too concerned with getting my moral peace right. There was a time I was the freshest dude on JVB squad, and the kids I went to school with were uptight like PVC rods. I thought I could define my blackness by a sports team. Needless to say, that was quite the short dream. I went from nigger to nigga in a small time frame, but this was all before the giant eyeglasses came. I assume this is why I identify with Bruce Wayne. It's a shame that I never had a jump shot, and a video game was the only time I ever pumped Glocks. I've convinced many a lass to let me inspect her nudes under the guise of moral rectitude. I'm not the dude you should lecture to. I've got these elaborate daydreams of picking mangoes. The reality is I spend too much time surfing Bang Bros. It's staggering, I'm a blabbering Bilbo Baggins, ordained in piety rap factions as captain. I'm a despondent Howard Moon, trapped in an ornate flowery tomb with powdery blue dancing shoes. Pissing in urinals, taking time to decode the etchings. Skipping class is one of life's fine little blessings. Reading Schopenhauer and feeling mad dense that I neglected to stack chips off AdSense. Chatting up girls with shirts that are mildly see-through, asking myself if Rob was here, what would he do? Staring at my ex-girlfriend's Facebook photos negates that all these blog nods make me feel like Glenn Coco. Which is cooler, a write-up on Forbes, or to be running a top-ranked guild on Horde? My mother named me Rory after a dude who was assassinated. I've got potentials that may never be actuated. I'm something like the nerdy dude ambassador with the fish scale tape banging loud and the flux capacitor. top, I will bargain for nothing and I will accept my lot among those who are suffering. When I meet the man up top, I will bargain for nothing and I will accept my lot among those who are suffering. When I meet the man up top, I will bargain for nothing and I will accept my lot among those who are suffering. Grow a mustache and try very hard not to hate yourself. Why break the ice? Just as well wait for it to melt. Common sense indicates I'm a lot dumber than I look, but that clashes with another proverb about covers and books. Everyone knows people with curly hair are prone to stealing things. Honey, hide your wedding ring. My father drove a motorcycle but never learned how to downstroke. If I was a Lord of the Rings character, my name would be Brown Cloak. I can do funny dances and charm a few females, disarm burglar alarms and write lewd emails. I can break the love we had down into crude detail, package them with monotone and prepare them for resale. I'm the king of this castle, eating Uncrustables with a sweater collection handed down from Cliff Huxtable. At the beach with my baby sister, conch shell hoarding, laughing, eating french fries, humming Montel Jordan. These tea dregs indicate some sort of danger, but that's the life you live as an airborne ranger. Hello to all the brown sassy ladies who are going to hear this and wish that I would give them babies. Hello to all the dungeon crawling weirdos who think a primary portion of the food pyramid's Doritos. I'm just down the hallway. I'm just down the hallway. Happiness is probably happenstance. The magical rap Negro, call me Bagger Vance, armed with a shield of humility in a braggart's lance. Used to pride myself in never using cheat codes or tips. This rap business is like Stirner's Union of Egoists. I've taken long walks in hot sand just to cry, threatened a man's life and felt justified. It becomes a problem when you think that's glory. I've looked demons in the eye and introduced myself as Rory. My brothers, a warped schooner in a sea of uninspired half-wits who morphed as a late bloomer into a Kaji bull mastiff. Folks want to know how I rap sans rhythms. I've got a pine-inch neatness and a knack for spoonerisms. I've traveled the diameter of the sequoia grove, made myself small enough to look down a cicada's nose.
We fly with our spirit.
Indeed. This morning served myself a double portion of humble pie. I'm not trying to get over, it takes all my efforts to stumble by. These nerds on forums like verily we need 'em. Y'all better catch me before I catch Carrie Leatham. She's definitely not impressed by a measly 16. You make a great house husband when you know how to fix things. More likely I'm Nietzsche's mustache personified. My heart is where bored, sprightly women go to die. Living life as a decoration on your Christmas tree, yelling over instrumentals and hoping that you'll pity me. Pretty please, I'm with a big bag of sprinkles. I flirt over emails, I'm not equipped to go and mingle. I don't know a single thing about glass bowls, which normally means people think I'm some type of asshole.
Gigi, I've decided not to leave this town. Maybe I can stay and find some other nice people who will like me and accept me for who I am.
Acceptance is a hell of a drug, and with a single utterance I was rendered a slug. Not the hottest firecracker, but I'm surely no dud. Acceptance is a hell of a drug, and with a single utterance I was rendered a slug. Not the hottest firecracker, but I'm surely
trusting your spirit. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
I fell in love out by the Oxbow Lake, and my stomach churned like it was full of cold snakes. We can admire these stars without learning their names, but I've got these fears I may never tame. It's one thing to bring dishonor to your whole family, a new kind of embarrassment, losing a fight with gravity. If I've only got dreams of rap star ascension, why do I spend so much time on Latin noun declensions? Acceptance is a hell of a drug, and with a single utterance I was rendered a slug. Not the hottest firecracker, but I'm surely no dud. I fell in love out by the Oxbow Lake, and my stomach churned like it was full of cold snakes. We can admire these stars without learning their names, but I've got these fears I may never tame.
But we each need to find our own inspiration. Sometimes it's not easy.
Maybe I have to find my own inspiration.